Hey guys, and welcome back. So this one is going to be a little bit different. I was just drinking some tea and browsing the internet looking for new stuff, and what I stumbled on was this video from Ubiquiti about introducing UniFi operating system server for managed service providers. And basically, it means that right now, I'm not sure, this post is like 14 days ago, but the video came out today. So I'm not sure when actually this came live, but UniFi Operating System Server allows users to run the full UniFi operating system experience on their own Windows, macOS, or Linux hardware. Initially, it will support the UniFi Network and InnerSpace applications. So what I wanted to show in this video is how you can actually set it up, UniFi OS, on your own Linux server. And to do that, you will actually need to download it. And to download it, you need to access this URL. I will throw it also in the description, but this one is early access right now, which means that if you don't have your UniFi account, you'll have to create one. And when you create one and open this link, you will have, there was some sort of a button where you can actually apply for early access content and smash that accept button and so on, and you will gain access to this page. In the bottom, you will find all sort of download links for all sort of different operating system for Windows and macOS. I have a suspicion that it's like very easy because you will see why. I believe for the Windows is just installer, so next, and finish. But I personally think majority of people who will be actually deploying this will run this on the Linux. That's why I myself also spin up my WSL2 with Alma Linux 9. And the thing is, like, when you download this, it's just a file without any understandable extension or whatever it is, and you're not sure what to do with it. And I have it, let me try to find it here. So that's where I saved it. UniFi.rpm, but actually when you download it, it's not even RPM, it's executable file. And I've tried to troubleshoot and try to find how can I actually run it. RPM minus UVH doesn't work. Basically, I've just, after hitting my head through the wall, I found that this file is written in Rust, and it is executable file, and it does require Podman to run the UniFi operating system. So basically what is going to happen, you'll have your UniFi operating system in a Podman container. But I personally use Docker for a very, very long, and I didn't have a Podman on my system. So I even tried to create, let me try to find it where it is. I tried to create a wrapper script that would basically, I tried to run it, the executable file, without the Podman, and I was hitting multiple errors and so on. So I tried to create a wrapper file and kind of fake that, okay, this is actually Podman, while I was using the Docker. It didn't work. I tried to create just a symlink from a Docker to the Podman. Didn't work either. Tried a couple of different things. Stubborn also on a couple of the issues because of WSL2 setup. It failed to load some kernel module, which was kind of required by this executable. So the only thing that you really can do is just DNF install Podman minus Y. Even if you're a Docker lover and don't enjoy Podman, you'll have to do that, at least right now in early access, to successfully run UniFi operating system. And when that is done, what you need to do is just, let me find where it is. Oh, I lost it. So this one, you just need to run the file that you just downloaded, not some RPM or Podman, Docker, whatever. Just execute the file that you just downloaded. So as you can see, it's checking compatible Podman runtime available. Sleep Fortinets for the networking. You're about to install UniFi OS Server version 4.23. Proceed. Yes. And this will basically start loading container image. So it's also going to download the image itself. And you will just need to wait for a minute or two, depending on your network speed. So this command is completed, and I forgot to mention, but the good thing about that, the fact that it's running in a Podman, is you don't need to worry about operating system distribution. Like if you run something RHEL like CentOS, Alma Linux, or Debian, or Ubuntu, whatever, everything is going to be the same because we're just running the stuff in the container. And it will be interesting a bit later on to actually dig through container and try to see what's exactly running there. But basically, so this is up and US server is running at, this is a container IP address. You will not be able to access it through this one because we're interesting actually on the virtual machine IP address. And since I'm running WSL, then we are basically interested in 127.0.0.1, which is going to forward us to the actual port which we're running right now. But I guess we still need to wait some seconds for installation to really finish. And after the installation, you also actually have US UniFi operating system server binary and executable, so you can run US server status, and you will see also the log files and everything that is happening right now. So we can see that the service as such is running, active, everything is good. And what I did, I've just changed, added the port because it's running not on a default 80 port, but on 11.443, and it's HTTPS, apparently with a self-signed certificate. So we still get a warning about the fact that connection is not private, but that's fine. We can just proceed. And that's the beginning of configuring our UniFi operating system server setup. So we just need to name it somehow. If you already have account, and I assume like it's not even possible to get to this point if you don't have an account, because you need an account to download the executables from the early access release notes here, right? So just give me a second to log in here. So I've logged in and I can restore from my previous backup, which I don't want to do at this point. So I'm just continuing without a backup. And this one is setting up UniFi OS, configuring your UniFi OS server and the network settings. This is going to take something about 1 minute. So again, we need to wait a little bit, but the setup is already completed. So we can go to the dashboard and there you go. You get the full experience of your UniFi server OS. So that's kind of it. That's how you can install it right now on the Linux. Since and when it's going to be out of early access, I assume there's going to be some better tutorials and more streamlined ways how to set it up. So far, it is easy once you understand how actually it works. Once you understand it requires the Podman, then it's straightforward. So hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for some future content. See you guys later. Bye-bye.